What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be going over how to put presets into Lightroom Desktop and into Lightroom Mobile, specifically the presets that I just released. So we're going to be going over how to put those presets into your Lightroom app. So for starters, I just released 4 new presets that are now available on my website. One being a black and white preset, which I called Hard Rock. It is a grainy, cool black and white preset that I use for almost all of my black and white photos, and it comes through clutch every single time. High Noon would be a preset that I use for a lot of sunset photos. I find it has a lot of contrast, a lot of warm tones. It's really good for summer vibes. Yeah, so I use it for a lot of my photos. I think it's probably one of my most used presets. For my next preset that I just released in this same preset pack would be called Daydream. It's a cool vintage vibe. So I use this, it has a lot of grain, washed out pastel colors. I really like it. Again, it's really good for summer vibes, but it's also just good for like everyday kind of use. Like, it's very stylized to that vintage grainy look with the washed out colors. I genuinely enjoy using this preset. I think it just adds a cool flair to any photo that you're working on. Yeah, and for my last preset is called Gotham, which is my most used preset of all of the ones in this pack. I think it's best used for urban photography, street photography, city life photography. I use it for all of the motorcycle content that I make. Yeah, if you were to look at my Instagram, like, the reason it goes so well is because it's all used by this preset. So these are my presets for the preset pack. For starters, I made this preset pack for myself. It's my most used 4 presets that I made, and just over the years, the ones that I like the best. I thought it would be a great way to share this with everyone else. These are what I use to edit my photos. These are the exact presets that I start my photos with. I use these presets for everything that I do photography wise. So I thought they were a great way to share that with everyone else, and it's definitely a used preset because it's what I use to edit my own photos. So that's why this preset pack, I only have one. These are the ones that I use. I want to do some more because I want to get more diverse with my photography, but these are the ones that I specifically use at this current time. How to import these into your Lightroom app. So we'll start with desktop because I think desktop is much easier. The best way that I would describe doing it would be open up your Lightroom on your desktop, go into the photo that you want to edit. So just go to a photo, doesn't really matter what one, go to the presets section, it's usually in the bottom corner, go to that section, go to the top corner, and there's 3 dots. Hit those 3 dots, and then it will say import presets. Now, when you purchase my preset pack, it would come in a zip file. So unzip that file. That file will pop up and there'll be 5 items in it. One would be a picture just saying, hey, you should probably watch this video. And if you found that picture and you're watching this video, what's up? The other 4 files that would be in that folder would be XMP files. You go to one of those XMP files, import that as a preset, and there you go. That's the preset. It's already saved into your Lightroom, and now when you go to use it on your phone or your desktop, that preset will be there as long as you have the cloud share option on. Now, for the more difficult one, this is going to be a little more in depth. This is for the mobile presets. So when you make this purchase of my presets, it'll come in a zip file, regardless if it's mobile or desktop. So you go to that zip file, open that up in the file folder in your phone. Make sure that's key that you open it up in your phone. Once you're in the file section of your cell phone, you will see that it's zipped. So unzip it or extract the data or information from that zip file. It will show you 4 pictures, and again, the bonus picture that is just a picture of me doing this. So once you open that folder, go to those photos, save those photos to your camera roll. However, just make sure you save them as a DNG file. That means it is the raw camera settings that I use to edit the photo. So when you go to import it into Lightroom, it should be the file that I have on my Lightroom. Make a folder in your Lightroom, name it Kai's Preset Pack, put those photos in that folder. Once those photos are in that folder, go to the first photo. Go to create a preset. So it'll be in the bottom right-hand corner. You have to swipe over, it'll be like 2 circles. Go to create a preset. Once you create a preset, put it in its own preset group, name it, but you'll have those settings that I use for those photos. It is a little finicky on the mobile side sometimes, so what could happen is when you put the photo into your Lightroom app, it could come up as an unedited version. Sometimes what you can do is go to the very far right, hit that little arrow, and hit return to import. So sometimes for whatever reason, it'll have a before and after, and it says the after, but it's actually the before. It's kind of confusing. So go to the more edited, stylized version of the photo. If that doesn't work, then what you can do is delete that photo. Sometimes it doesn't do it for all of them. Sometimes it'll just do it for some of them. It's kind of hard to tell, but what you can do is you can delete that photo from your Lightroom and just put it back in. If the problem persists further, please contact me and I will send you another version of it. But I have not run into any problems in all of my tests so far, but that's something that could happen potentially if your phone isn't compatible with that style of preset. I know it sounds like it's a lot of information, and it kind of is on the mobile side. For desktop, it's much easier. You just import the file and then bing, bang, boom, it's right there. For the mobile side, it's a little more confusing because you're saving the fully edited photo with all of that information. They're a huge file, goes into your Lightroom, and once it's in your Lightroom, you create the preset. Nonetheless, I hope you found this helpful, and if you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment or email me directly at kylepoolmedia@gmail.com. I've been working on these presets for a very long time, and these have been a long time coming. I've been using these presets for a number of years now, fine-tuning them, making them the way that I want them, making them so it's easy for me to grid my photos on Instagram and make sure that everything is in order and the way I like it. So when someone goes to my profile, they see that it's a clean grid, they see it's a professional look, and maybe they think, I want to do business with this person, or maybe I want this person to take photos for me. I like that style that they shoot, opposed to it's kind of a little bit of every style. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but I think in terms of my business and the way I operate, I really like having a very cohesive grid, and these presets are the ones that I use for that grid. Now, sometimes I do fine tuning to the photos on top of the preset, and that's totally up to your artistic take on the photo, but these are what I use to start all of my photos. So again, I hope you found that helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and if you haven't already, maybe go buy those presets. Anyways, thank you so much. Cheers everyone, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Peace out.